so what if instead of going to the store to buy a new sponge, you could just go into your office and print one out? Not a picture of a sponge, but like an actual 3D sponge. Yeah. My topic is 3D printing. I'm Alfred I did some research on the topic. I'll go into the references later, but did anybody forget anything? Like, forget that? That kind of threw me off. Okay, did anybody forget anything to class today? Pencils, pen? Yeah. All right. So what if you could print it out? I mean, it might seem like a little bit futuristic to print out something three-dimensional. Like, you probably think the sponge idea is pretty stupid because you probably have a cleaning robot by that time to clean it all up. But yeah, 3D printing is going to change the world around us. Basically, right now you could buy a pen dispenser with your face on it. So like, that's one of the products that you can print out using the 3D printer. So I don't know about you guys, but that's a pretty cool idea. That kind of puts the cleaning robot to shame, doesn't it? No? Okay. And then some of the other topics I'm going to cover are basically you can print. It's going to change the medical proficiency, architect, and human tissue. All right, basically let me talk about the history of how people used to create stuff. We used to have the subtractive process where like cavemen, you'd start off with a big old log, like a rock, and you'd actually shave the log down until it's like a real thin piece of stick. So you're actually taking away stuff, and everything that you just shaved off goes to waste. And the same thing with the rock, when all the little carvings from the rock are wasted too. But with the additive process, you actually build it from the ground up. So it's like laying down a piece of wood, the string, and the rock all together, so nothing's wasted. Some of the materials you could use: plastic, metal, concrete, sugar. Also, they've been working on bio ink. I'll get into that a little bit later, but like I said, it's the additive process that starts out with basically a little piece of plastic on the bottom, and then there's a cartridge filled with one of those materials: plastic, metal, concrete, sugar. And yeah, it like goes around in a circle like this, and each time it dries, another layer, another layer, another layer, until you get one of those. All right, basically some of the history of 3D printing was that it's been around since regular inkjet printing, but nobody really found any like real uses. Like, they've only thought like architect, like they could probably print this out, but they didn't think like, movable arm, nothing like that, because it wasn't like that advanced at the time. Like I said, only gears and stuff like that. We've actually learned how to print out large objects, like prosthetic arms. They used to be like only, like, I think they come in 3 sizes: large, medium, small. But now you could customize it to you match your arm length and everything. Like I said, the new technology that we have allows us to print out moving parts. So like right here, say at the elbow joint, you'd actually print out like a little piece of gel, like where it would bend into. And yeah, that's just some of the large objects. Like I said, the medicine, the small objects, they've actually figured out how to print out ibuprofen, and like the cells are perfectly aligned, so it does to your body what it's supposed to do, instead of just putting it, seen in like one of those machines where they spin it really fast to get all the chemicals together. And like I said, bio ink, they use stem cells for that. They fill a cartridge full of stem cells, and they squirt out whatever you want. So I guess, like take for example a piece of meat. There you go, like a piece of meat that never was alive, for like vegetarians. And I know what you're probably thinking. If you could print out a piece of meat, you could probably print out a person. But it's easier to print out things that are dead than it is than alive. And just any questions? All right. So in conclusion, I covered how 3D printing is going to change the future around us. I went over the subtractive process, the additive process. It might be a strange future, but either way, you're going to get a new sponge. And I remember this.